A picture-perfect afternoon for EA Sports College Football. Basically, a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Oh, a lot of space. All the way in for the touchdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard 1 for 6. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Pulls it, fired complete. Crosses the 30, he's got away. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw it again. A little screen to the running back. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. From the gun to give, looking for room. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking for a man. It's Bowers. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll run it from the gun. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The punt team makes its way onto the field. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. From the gun, give on the inside. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right back to the well. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Here comes the heat. On target over the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at him. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
When a defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Starting to feel a little pressure. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Going for the marker on the ground. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him, and it's a sack.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Rushes on him, and he never had a chance.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Pressure coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
What is the confidence level right now of this offensive play caller and this quarterback after being sacked 3 times in a row? They simply cannot block these guys up front on defense.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is...
Gashes the heart of the knee. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Tight end now in motion. They'll run play action. This time he's got it. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Dropping back, it's Bowers. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fires to the middle. He's in for the touchdown. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss.
Number 47, set to kick this one away.
From inside the 10, here he comes. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 10 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's South Carolina keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. As for your game and an interesting first half, let's take a look at the numbers of note. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, I can tell you that the home team coach told me at the half, this is the moment his defense has to get organized. They have been a little problematic here in this first half, giving up too many points. And now, with the opponents getting the ball to start the second half, they do not want that momentum and a positive offensive output right here to change this game. He said our defense has to make a statement and make a stand, and it starts right now. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Out of the gun, the give to the back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. The run inside. It's Bell. Looking for room at the 40. At the 40. Maybe a crease. The 20. Touchdown.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Open space at the 25. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. He's in open space downfield.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll keep it on second down. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now on the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And this one splits the uprights. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Looking to kick defense.
This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. The option look. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That's 2 plays in a row now. I think this quarterback's been a bit too greedy. Down by the goal line. I know you want to throw a touchdown. You want to make the highlight type play, but you've got to be smart. You got to know the situation. You got to throw the ball away if nobody's open.
Did he call bank on that one? Off the left upright and good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 33, set to advance on the football.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Some misdirection with the counter. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, here on the home team sideline, guys, I can tell you something we have got to keep our eye on. This quarterback was really banged up and bruised up after last week's win. He told me when I caught up with him this week, he has definitely been feeling sore this week. He did not miss any practice, but I will keep you posted as this game goes along. He's going to have to fight through some things here today, and I'll let you know how it's looking down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they react. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give on the inside. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Kick is in the air. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Brings up 2nd down.
What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
They'll give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Fights off a defender. At the 40, there he goes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Swings it out to the flat. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find some positive yards.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Ready. Whoa, 22. Ready to go.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. And he got enough for the first down, but we'll need to check on that injured player. The game is well in hand. You just hope this injury is not serious. If time permits, Holly will get us up to date. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking to get it in. And it'll be a touchdown. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. They took it 71 yards down the field. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Trying to keep this drive alive. Pulled down, but he's got enough to convert on 4th. The fresh set of downs and to keep that clock churning.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Rides to back and leaves it. There's some room. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Number 47, set to kick off.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Here's a heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He'll set up to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Down he goes. Can't get the throw off, and that's going to do it. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. Saturday night, and a matchup worthy of prime time in our coverage of EA Sports College football. Nearing the midway point of this season, Week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the USF Bulls The Bulls ready to kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. Churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to it. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Scanning the field, it's Bowers. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That sends a message that this offense is going to attack downfield.
And I like this offense coming out being aggressive, attacking the middle of the field right away, way down the field on this first drive, just letting this defense know we're coming to score points.
Makes it past the marker. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Finds a little space.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. 6th play of the drive coming up.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, 5.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Right down the middle. Looking for the goal line.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a 2-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Bell. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, that hurts because second down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's third down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. They've converted on fourth down once, but here's the big one. Fourth and goal. Marches ahead. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on fourth down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get those goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of a field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the USF Bulls offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes Michael Van Buren. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Using his legs, it's Collins. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Bulls will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Hands it off on the counter. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run.
Maybe some room here. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. He'll bring it out. It's Alexis. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Sullivan. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Running inside. It's Collins. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
What a heads-up play by the defensive end that time. He saw the ball thrown out to the right-hand side, and he just stopped his pass rush and rallied to the football and made the stop and gets 2 points.
So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage.
Returner is tackled at the 44, and the offense will take over.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Going with the counter play here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Now on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Give him 88 yards on the ground and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big.
Could be an outing. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. They send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Bowers. Tight end finds a soft spot. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now on first and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Wants to pass. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Dude, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Collins.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Dropping back, it's Van Buren. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bulls moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Bulls will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The run inside. It's Bell. Still on his feet. Finding some room. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, this guy's a playmaker, and he does not need a lot of space. Really nice job that time letting the pass rush get upfield. So when he got the football, there was just green grass out and ahead of him, and he made the defense pay.
And when I got a guy like that, man, I just got to find ways to get him past the D-line, right? And then the draw play is a good way to do it. Let them run themselves up the field, and then you can see he's got some serious speed. A lot of speed in space is always a good recipe for offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Bowers. Quickly complete. Turning it on. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's got a touchdown.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll go to the counter. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Hurricanes, trying to stay perfect as they eye a 5th straight win. It's been a dream start to the season, and really this game here today as well. Time to find out if they can finish the job. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
We're just about ready to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
The Bulls head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll move the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Collins. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And the Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quick toss. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Now this offense is back on the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest down.
Here's a little room there. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They'll try to blast their way in. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This USF offense will open this drive right here. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for a gap. It's Collins. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keeps looking downfield. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the 1st down.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the 1st down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. On the ground with the counter. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Van Buren. Makes the grab, it's Collins. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The run inside. It's Bell. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Ready. Hey, move. Ready, go.
They'll try the counter. Might have a chance. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. First down here for the offense.
Ready. Whoa, 22. Ready to go.
On the ground, it's Bell.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running inside. It's Bell. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
There's a crease. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Looking for space. It's Bell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
The give as they work on that clock. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Leaves it with the back. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. First and goal for the offense. Quarterback may change this route. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Isaac. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They give it to him again. Got a little grass. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Oh, what a move. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Croman Hoke. Gets it to him on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Delayed handoff, it's Isaac. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can.